Hello again, Mr. Age Less here. Are you interested in good health and the possibility of slowing your aging process, where your health span equals your lifespan? Silly question. I know that's why you are watching this video, and you are going to learn about a powerful technique for reprogramming your subconscious mind, and more importantly, your subconscious identity. And that's going to lead to better health and aging less. I call it Focus Now. And simply put, it requires paying full attention to the right things and less attention to the wrong things. In my book, Age Less Mindset, and this video, I detail the importance of the subconscious mind and the enormous part it plays in our life, and how I use that power to create a mindset that actually slows the rate at which we age. I've demonstrated that the subconscious mind can create a subconscious identity where better health is possible. So now, in this video, I introduce a tool, a technique that will assist you, like it did me, in creating your own age-less mindset. Focus now with an exclamation mark, because it is a command to do it now. As a boy, my father would tell me to do some chore, and my answer was saying, okay, but no action. My dad would say, it's not okay, do it now. Over the years, this technique has allowed me to reduce life stresses, have better health, by implanting proactive suggestions in the mind. Focus Now is the result of distilling more than 60 years of personal experience, experimentation, trial and error, in my effort to find an effective way of communicating with the subconscious mind to increase health and slow the effects of Father Time. Since I'm not a psychologist, and for the sake of simplicity, I use only the two terms, conscious and subconscious, throughout this video. However, I am aware that there is no single or precise definition for the subconscious mind. So, just a quick review. The subconscious is the part of our mind which functions beneath our consciousness. It contains information, memories, habits, language, beliefs, behaviors, attitudes, and skills. It is also recognized as the source of creativity, intuition, inspiration, and inner knowing. All the skills, habits, and information you learn in your life, including your memories, have been stored in your subconscious mind, similar to a database, a huge memory bank. Its capacity is virtually unlimited, and it permanently stores everything that ever happens to you. By the time you reach the age of 21, you've already permanently stored more than 100 times the contents of the entire Encyclopedia Britannica. The subconscious is more powerful than your conscious mind. Like the iceberg example, where 90% of the iceberg is underwater, almost 95% of your total mind, the subconscious, is below your consciousness, and it is always working. It never stops functioning, and it largely runs your life. With a subconscious as powerful as just described, what would your life look like if that power was working against you? And if you find your present life unhappy, struggling, depressed, or void of purpose, that's a good indication that your subconscious has not been supporting you. On the other hand, what if you could enlist that power of the 95% of mind you're unaware of and teamed it with your conscious mind, enabling them to work together in harmony? For you, how different would your life look then? So, what keeps us stuck? Studies have found that we have up to 70,000 or more thoughts a day. Now consider that, as a general rule, we humans tend towards the negative thoughts, and even if those thoughts are only 10% of our thought each day, that's 7,000 negative impulses being registered by your brain each day. Therefore, you must be aware of the thoughts entering your subconscious mind and begin replacing them with positive beliefs. The subconscious mind is like a tape recorder or computer hard drive. It saves whatever information you feed it without any bias. It does not discriminate between useful information and trash information. It just saves everything. Much of those tapes or data are the messages we picked up mostly from our parents or from anyone else who was very influential for the first few years of our lives. These negative messages, imprinted by strong feelings at the time, are fear, anxiety, anger, frustration, and envy. So the data runs along the lines of, I'm afraid, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, they have more, do I deserve? Whether these messages were given to us directly or indirectly, they are what we picked up from the way we felt and believed at the time. And those messages went into our innocent subconscious minds where they became truths, and they created what I call our subconscious identity. Remember, it's not what happened, but what you think and feel about what happened that is important. As the tapes start replaying those messages anytime we are in similar situations, we act accordingly. And as the subconscious is fed the same information multiple times, it keeps overwriting it until the information gets etched indelibly. In other words, we start living in a vicious circle where we go on proving those negative ideas about us were true, thus making them even stronger. And it happens every day. We still continue to sabotage our attempts at health, happiness, success, love, etc. We are just not aware that we are doing it to ourselves because it is, well, subconscious. It is truly who, at a subconscious level, we are. That's our subconscious identity. About now, you may be overwhelmed with the realization that you have a powerful force working against you some of the time. So, how do we turn that around and create a subconscious identity aligned with a positive purpose? Well, there's an old Buddhist saying, if you take care of the moments, the years will take care of themselves. With focus now, we can begin building a life moment by moment. Our lives go by moment, but we seem to live them summed up and totaled as experiences, situations, or events. We then categorize them as good or bad, happy or unhappy, success or failure, and then we focus and refocus on the negative inner chatter. We fail to focus on the now, the individual moment when we should be at choice. That moment when we have the power to choose a happy, uplifting, or grateful thought. A moment to celebrate life and move forward with positive purpose. Every time you say or think something containing a negative charge, it has a tiny but measurable negative effect on your body. You may not have realized it, but it is this nagging mental conditioning that is causing the slow deterioration of your health and well-being. Stress researchers used to believe that the impact of big life events, such as divorce, job loss, or death of a loved one, were the biggest threats to our health and well-being. Then they discovered that the real threat to emotional and physical health is the day in, day-out stress of living in modern society. As a result, most of us, when looking in the mirror, see more frown lines than laugh lines. My book in this video is for those people. It's for those who wish to slow the aging process. And it's also for people who are not yet grasping their innate ability to excel in their true life path. My own early life had some successes and many failures before I realized that I had the power to create the life I desired. I discovered that, with the possible exception of family and a spiritual grounding, health is our most important asset. It became my life's purpose to explore ways to preserve and increase that asset of health, and to share my results with others. My book, Age Less Mindset, is my third and most impactful about healthy aging. Along this journey, I found one of the most important benefits came from something I was doing almost unconsciously, and which became the powerful life-changing tool I want to share with you. The amazing author Louise L. Hay, in her book, Heal Your Body, states, quote, "The point of power is always in the present moment," unquote. Think about that. Power in the present moment. I call Focus Now the light switch moment, and here's why. Please take a moment, imagine, if you will, visualize walking up to the doorway of a darkened room. You look into the darkness and you reach around and locate the light switch. You turn it on. The room is instantly bathed in light and the darkness disappears. It happens truly at the speed of light. This is an action we perform every day as we go through our lives switching things off and on, whether it's lights, TV, computer, coffee machine, radio, smartphone, etc. It is one of the most normal things we do. We do it almost unconsciously, and we take it for granted. I'm here to explain to you this fact. Your mind has an on-off switch that you may not be aware of, but it can be a powerful tool in your desire to become more proactive where your health is concerned. The light switch technique works when you understand the word switch, which can mean change, exchange, swap, replace, substitute, and alter. It's possible to learn to do any of those things when a negative or destructive thought enters your head. Focus Now is based on doing one thing at a time, possibly for only seconds at a time, but doing it in a positive and emotional feeling way. It's an exercise in retraining the mind, similar to rewiring a light switch, and it can be life-changing. At this point, if you're assuming that Focus Now and Power Moments are just another form of positive thinking, you would be incorrect. Positive thinking, while important and possibly effective, is about fostering a positive and optimistic attitude, and it is focused mainly on the conscious mind. However, Focus Now and Power Moments are more impactful because of what I term proactive thinking. The difference is substantial, and it's in the definition of proactive. Quote, acting in advance of future problems, needs, or changes. Anticipatory, unquote. It's actually reprogramming your subconscious identity. I can't stress that difference enough, okay? So, now that you know what focus now and power moments are, let's begin to learn the technique and how to employ it daily for a more youthful, fit, healthy life. Aging less. Okay, folks, nitty-gritty time. Most of this video has been spent explaining the subconscious mind and introducing the concept of subconscious identity. So there's no point moving forward with the how-to of Focus Now unless you acknowledge that you actually have a subconscious identity. By acknowledging that fact, you will have taken the first positive step in being self-aware. For example, if you're hiking on a trail and you discovered a tree had fallen across it, you would be able to climb over it or find a way around it. However, you would first have to acknowledge that it was there. In a similar way, you must acknowledge that your subconscious identity is real and may be holding you back and standing in the way of your self-progress. To go forward, we must reform and reprogram that subconscious identity. Got that? I certainly hope so. Because this is a short video, I'm going to introduce what I call a speed version of Focus Now. I call it simply FN. It's a technique that shifts your awareness from operating on autopilot to being present and aware. It does it by simply changing your thinking patterns in the following way: paying attention to the right things while paying less attention to the wrong things. FN can change your life as you supplant old destructive patterns with new proactive ones. The feelings of self-doubt and fear begin to melt away. You will be taking charge of your thoughts and awareness in a new, empowering way. Old habits of looking outside for solutions to one's problems will instead become finding answers from within, from a new power of self-awareness free from past conditioning. Old habits die hard, and new habits take time to develop. But FN is simple and can easily become a natural part of each day, at work, while you exercise, or while you're resting. You just stop and open your mind to proactive thoughts, which supplant the previous negative moments and thoughts with a positive one. Focus Now, or FN for short, is a simple technique, but it will take time, practice, and most importantly, repetition to fully master. FN is a call to attention for your conscious mind, a command to be more self-aware of the negative chatter going on in your mind moment by moment of every day. And one of the rules the subconscious mind follows is that the beliefs it holds grow stronger through repetition. Repetition is the key ingredient in changing your subconscious identity. No matter what it is in life you're striving to achieve, the one essential ingredient is simple repetition. The more your subconscious identity hears the same thing over and over again, the more likely it will make it happen. So you must impress the new proactive word, idea, or image over and over until it starts to take hold in your subconscious mind. Yes, I know, in the last minute, I have mentioned the word repetition 4 times. Why? Because you can't change your paradigm with willpower alone. That's why FN is so important. You are literally rewriting the script of your life, how you desire it to be. Your subconscious identity has been molded, formed, and set in concrete continually since childhood by the patterns, beliefs, and paradigms etched and deeply rooted through repetition. And much of that information is unhelpful. Thus, for the most part, you're not in charge of your behavior. Your subconscious is running the show. It has been running the show for a long time. And believe you me, it doesn't want to change. So when you start attempting FN with proactive I am phrases like I am healthy, I am youthful, I am loved, I am powerful, you are going to get resistance and negative feedback. Who are you kidding? You are weak. You are afraid. Even if your logical, conscious mind does not believe your I am claims, it doesn't matter, because the subconscious mind does not differentiate between true and false. It just records uncritically the words and feelings. Years ago, after failing to master meditation, I created something I called moving meditation, where I repeated and chanted certain positive phrases I call praise phrases as I jogged, repeating them silently or shouting them out as I ran the hills and trails in Marin. More than once, I encountered surprised joggers on the trail who looked at me like I was crazy as I was loudly chanting, I am youthful, fit, and healthy in body, mind, and spirit. You can repeat phrases to yourself upon waking, having a shower, traveling, taking an elevator, working out, and virtually any time you're not engaged in a conversation with someone. Nobody even needs to know as you're repeating them to yourself without needing to move or open your mouth. The thoughts proceeding from your FN power moments must always be positive, proactive, and expressed in the present tense. Proactive means that the mind has anticipated the damage the negative thought may cause and desires to discreate or supplant it with a positive, proactive one. To receive the most benefit and maximize the experience, live and feel these moments as if your whole life depended on them, with a sense of urgency, excitement, and joy. If you take care of the moments, the years will take care of themselves, is ancient wisdom. With practice, you will come to recognize the conscious mind has two voices, the negative voice and the positive, proactive one. FN determines which voice becomes predominant. Using FN as you hold the most positive and healing thoughts toward yourself and guided by your heartfelt desire for a more youthful, fit, and healthy life will provide the seeds for the desire to be realized. When fully realized, you will have the power to create your true desire, whatever that may be. I hope I've given you something unique that can be of benefit, but this video is just a quick summary of Focus Now and FN, and there is additional information in my book, Age Less Mindset, available on Amazon.